So today I went with my team members, Summit, Nala, Aryan, and Julie to visit some restaurants and speak to them regarding our event called Dar Restaurant Week. And we went to restaurants like Waterfront, Nawabi, Khana, and Flames to speak to them about Dar Restaurant Week. And each place, when we got there, we explained to them the Dar Restaurant Week is basically 1 week that's running from the 16th of May to the 23rd of May, in which there will be a Dar Restaurant Week menu available to all restaurants that wish to participate. And on that menu, they have 5 dishes minimum, which have a 20% off on each dish. And that basically what they will get in return is that we will advertise their restaurant. So this is especially good for restaurants that are new or restaurants that are not doing too well. However, even big shot restaurants will get an increased promotion, and it would be good for our event as a whole to know that we have such good restaurants, known restaurants in our event as well. So firstly, we went to Waterfront, and I, along with Summit, mainly spoke to the supervisor because the manager was not there. And the supervisor said that the manager would return the next week, so he said to come back then. But he told me to explain the event to him, and he asked me to leave my contact details. So that is exactly what I did, and he seemed to be very keen on the idea, and he told me he would let me know when the manager arrives. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully next week, which is break, we will be able to speak to the manager. And after this, we went to Flames. And once we got to Flames, I spoke to the manager over there because I was actually hoping to speak to the owner because I'd spoken to him a week ago, and as we know each other very closely as family, he agreed to the event. Firstly itself, he said that it would be cool with him, except he just wanted to look at the tiers and go into detail about the event. So I just left the sheet of paper that explained the different tiers and what Fun a Child does and what the event is basically about with the manager. And we took a picture with him as a group, just to know that that was the one confirmed restaurant that we had already. After this, we went to Nawabi Khana, and this is where I think I really learned that it was very important to have my team members there with me, because after all, when our grade graduates, then we need people to carry on Fun a Child. We need them to be very motivated to do it, and we realized that to have them very motivated, they need to be involved in the process. They need to be there from the very beginning with us and know what it's like to go out and seek sponsorship, to go out and ask the restaurants to participate, especially if we want to do Dar Restaurant Week one more time. And so here is when I really got to see my other team members stepping in and taking initiative. What happened was that we spoke to the cook at Nawabi Khana because the manager and the owner were not there. And the cook speaks very fluent Hindi, but he's not very good at English. And luckily, we had Aryan, who is a Hindi speaker, and he speaks it very well. Not like me, I'm not a very good Hindi speaker. So initially, I started to speak to him, give him like a brief idea about the concept, and there was a limit to where my Hindi could go. So I asked Aryan if he could step in and explain the rest of the concept to him. So this is where Aryan actually showed a lot of initiative, and he gave him a whole brief on Dar Restaurant Week itself. He told him what it was about, the different tiers, and he asked him how exactly we're able to get in contact with the owner and when we could have this done by. So here was sort of my realization moment where I thought that it was actually a really good idea to bring the group along with me, because I really saw different people speaking up. Even Summit spoke up quite a bit at Waterfront when I was speaking to the supervisor. He was trying to give him a little an idea of the event as well, and he was explaining to him how it works, the different tiers too. So I was very proud of the fact that my team members were actually speaking up and they wanted to be involved with the process as well. Not only this, all of my team members came in dressed very formally. We all spoke to the owners and everybody, the owners or the managers or supervisors, whoever we could speak to, and they all seemed like quite keen on the event, and hopefully things will go uphill from here. I'm hoping to speak to a couple of more restaurants. I think in line I have Shangri-La, Ecuador, New Africa Hotel, and a few more. So hopefully we should be done with a couple of restaurants by the next 2 weeks. Things are looking good, and let's see what happens.